two NL West rivals. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers against the San Francisco Giants. Ready to go on 2K Sports.
Winning games, you bet. That's what Matt Cain is all about. We'll see if he can get that done today. 2K Sports proudly presents Major League Baseball. It's Wednesday night. Happy to have you with us. A wonderful night in store for us. Beautiful AT&T Park lit up for our game. You see the glow of the city lights behind us. Steve, let's try and go inside his mind. What's he thinking about against these Dodgers?
Well, you know, for Matt Cain, he's got power stuff, but he also knows how to work it at bat, how to set up a hitter. One pitch gets connected to the next pitch, connected to the next pitch, which usually sends the hitters back to the dugout.
Here's the lineup for the Dodgers. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, there's not many guys in baseball that have the tools of Matt Kemp. He's such a big, strong guy to be a center fielder. He can throw, he can run. Now, all of a sudden, that bat has caught up with his athleticism. That's why he's one of the top 5 players in the game.
And to get us going here, it'll be D. Gordon. Cain gets set and delivers. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Well, against this guy in this situation, Gary, you've got to go with the changeup.
He deals. That swung on, hit on the ground. Burris. That's one away. We'll take a look here and see where the Giants are positionally around the diamond. And, John, how about individual factors out there?
Well, a pitcher's best friend is his catcher, and they don't have to shake off much with Buster Posey behind the plate. Since day one in the big leagues, that pitching staff has trusted themselves into letting Buster Posey call the pitches, and they believe no matter what he puts down, that's the right pitch to throw, so they throw with conviction, and they're better pitchers because of him.
And Mark Ellis.
Well, obviously a unique rivalry here. These two teams, their New York roots. Dodgers and Giants have been going at it for a long time.
That's on the outside corner for a strike. And as has been the case over the many years Steve was talking about, a very closely contested series.
Well, they each won 9 games, so you know it was close. But what I loved about it, how about the pitcher's duel? Tim Lincecum against Clayton Kershaw in 3 games of the 18 they played.
1-2 pitch coming. You're out. And Mark Ellis strikes out. No contact made.
You have to be able to use your fastball in the major leagues, and this guy clearly can use that fastball, throwing in the low 90s, a very effective pitch.
So a chance here from Matt Kemp with 2 down. He's gone 2 for 3 lifetime off Cain. Here's the pitch. That's hit foul by Kemp. Foul ball! And it's 0-2. Kemp will be careful. They'll try and K him.
But once you make the decision to swing, you have got to swing the bat. He waited a little too long. He wanted to swing a little earlier. His indecisiveness, though, caused him to swing late and miss it.
Back up the middle. Burris throws on to first in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits, nobody crossed the plate in this half inning, and nobody left on base. So, well, let's take a look at our starting pitcher for Los Angeles. So, Steve, how's he going to handle these San Francisco bats today?
Well, it's got him
swinging a drive, deep left center, and Abreu's going to play it as he gets to it for the out. Got a chance to see how that lineup looks for the Giants. Scouting pick, John, who are we looking at today?
Well, a guy that can provide a lot of spark at different areas in your lineup is Angel Pagan. Switch hitter, great defender, good speed on the bases. You know, a guy that's a very valuable player to have on your team.
We'll show you how the Dodgers are lined up around the field. So, John, any individual stand out?
Well, James Loney, to me, is a guy that really has worked hard at his craft. He's a first baseman who's very good at scooping balls in the dirt. And when you have infielders that rush throws and infielders that sometimes aren't real accurate, he's an important factor in their defense. He saves that team a lot of errors and saves his pitchers a lot of extra work.
Swing liner back up the middle. And that one's down. That's the first hit we've seen.
Well, he waited for that one to get deep in the zone, and he put a good swing on it. Now, with one out, let's see if they try to move him along.
And Cabrera settles in.
Well, Melky Cabrera got out of the Yankee melting pot and had a great year for the Kansas City Royals, putting together a solid 2011 campaign.
0-1 offering from Capuano. Melky Cabrera not fooled by that. Count is evened up. Well, you look at Cabrera's line, career highs, batting average, runs, RBIs, homers, slugging. I mean, an MVP kind of year in his 7th season.
Well, a little bit of a late bloomer. You know, we've always seen that potential in Melky, and he hasn't always gotten the playing time. And it looks.
There's a ground ball, and he'll try to make the play. To second, there's 1, and 2, a double play. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. We're scoreless in San Francisco. If you're just joining us, it's Major League Baseball here at AT&T Park, and what a night in San Francisco. And here's Andre Ethier. And a strike starting the 2nd here. It's 0-1.
Well, if he threw a fastball right there, he might send a souvenir to the crowd. Problem was he got the changeup and didn't connect.
That one's wide as Cain misses.
Well, that's where you look for a changeup from the pitcher away in the strike zone. If they look for it and get it, they can really shoot that thing the other way and do some damage.
Pulls him that time with the off-speed pitch, 1 and 2. The pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball. And Pagan's there. And he gets over to take care of it.
The center fielder has a good angle to run this one down. He calls off the left fielder. Great catch.
One away, Bobby Abreu in.
You know, 500 record for the Dodgers last year on the road. An improvement over 2010. If you're going to look for something positive, that's certainly one thing.
0-1 count as that started off with a strike. Certainly what Steve was talking about, Dodgers on the road, it was the pitching that stood out. 3rd lowest ERA in baseball for a team away from home, John.
Yeah, and only the Rangers and Phillies could top that in that department. Not bad company to be in for sure.
It's taken for a ball. Bottom dropped out on Cain's pitch. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a breaking ball. 2 down.
Let's see this curve again.
A real risky pitch right there, and he comes out of it alive. That one's right down the middle of the plate. The batter just swung through it.
John, he was lucky he didn't get tattooed on that.
Oh, you're absolutely right. The only player who wants that last pitch back more than the pitcher is the hitter.
And James Loney stands in. Hitting .230 lifetime against the Giants. And Loney watches that one go by. Count is even. Slider just off the black that time. 2-1.
He tried to backdoor that pitch, but left it out and away.
The pitch. That one goes foul. And Loney strikes out. No contact. And they aren't able to make any noise here in this half inning. No runs yet for the Dodgers. And it's Buster Posey standing in. He'll get things started here in the home half of the 2nd. That one is fouled by Posey. Oh, 0-1 pitch is a change, swung on and missed. 0-2.
Well, he just couldn't wait for that changeup to get in the strike zone. You can't try to chase it. You have to let it come to you.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. Fastball is a waste pitch that time. 1-2. Posey battling here with yet another foul ball.
Well, a great piece of hitting right there to stay alive in this at-bat. A tough pitch. He fouls it off. Now he's hoping that the pitcher will make a mistake so he can drive one.
One away. It's going to be Sherholtz now.
Oh, here at AT&T Park last season, the Giants did what you'd expect this pitching staff to do. They gave up the fewest runs in baseball at home.
That one's hit to the right, way down there, but that's going to be a long foul ball. Those numbers for the Giants, pitching-wise at home. Hey, Lincecum, Vogelsong, Cain.
Well, you know what? I mean, listen, you got the pitching numbers, but the problem for them, they also scored the fewest runs at home. Not a great combination to win baseball games.
Kemp gets to it.
Now the center fielder has to range to his left, but able to track this one down and make it look easy.
And Pills in the box. Capuano with a delivery. Up the middle. And with 2 down, they've got a man on board.
Oh, I love being able to get hits with 2 outs. Even if there's no one on base and you don't drive in any runs. What it does is, though, it prolongs the inning and it makes the opposing...
Hit on the ground, up the middle. Picked up by Ellis. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. Keep that. And if you just joined our broadcast, great to have you on board. 2K Sports Major League Baseball. I'm Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk. And in the batter's box, it's Uribe. He'll start things off here in the 3rd inning. That's 1 away.
It's a nice throw by the shortstop, and the key to that is having good feet. When an infielder makes bad throws, it's not because of his arm, it's because of his feet.
It's going to be Ellis now.
You know, we talk about the Giants pitching staff. We always talk about Tim Lincecum. But when you look at Matt Cain, he is an underrated guy, one of the legitimate front end of the rotation guys. Outstanding stuff.
Called strike at the letter, so he's got him in the hole now, 0-2. You know, for Matt Cain, it may be to his advantage that he's kind of written off because of Lincecum, because he kind of gets to hide the good stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, he's not a guy that wants to be interviewed and be out in front with everything. He can just go out and do his thing, and what he does is he gets a lot of strikeouts and an ERA under 3 in his career. Terrific pitcher.
Ball. Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball, 1-2.
When you throw a 2-seam fastball, you want a ground ball, which means you want to throw it to the bottom of the zone. This pitch up could come back to cost him later in the game.
Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count. Fastball in there, struck him out number 2.
It's the best pitch in baseball. The fastball down and away. If you can master that, you can be successful. He's successful.
Capuano at the plate. And now let's take a look at a breakdown of how this guy has been mixing up his pitches so far in this one. What stands out, guys?
Well, guys, I mean, that changeup is the pitch we've seen him throw quite a bit here today. But to me, he's throwing it a little bit too much.
You know, he seems to be ignoring his curveball today, too, guys, and I don't get it. I mean, maybe he doesn't have the feel for it, but he needs to show it just to put it in the hitter's minds.
The pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, side retired. So Matt Cain gets them 3 up, 3 down. No runs. And in the batter's box, it's Arias. And that swung on and missed, 0-1.
Boy, that's some kind of fastball down in the zone right there. The hitter has to be ready for it or he's got no chance to hit it.
Hit up the middle. Oh, my. How did he get out of the way of that? Those are scary. That one gets through for a base hit.
Well, a nice piece of hitting right there. You get on base to start the inning with no outs. And, you know, all it does is you want to just keep the line moving if you're the guys behind him.
He bunts the ball. He grabs it off the hop. High throw. He is safe at first. This is an opening for San Francisco. Angel Pagan, he's looking to knock in a run here. He flew out his last time up. Here's the pitch. Trying to bunt his way aboard. He misses for a strike.
Now, guys, looking at the numbers on his pitch tendencies, I think he's going to come back with a fastball right here.
Runs up to bunt that time, but he missed it. It's a strike.
Let's see what he's going to do 0-2. The hitter's got to be guessing right now.
Big swing and a miss on a heater. Strike him out, 1 down.
Now we're going to get a chance, Gary, to see the 4-seam fastball in K-Cam.
a good job of keeping him guessing by changing speeds out there.
And boy, John, you saw the effect of that swing. He wasn't even in the same time zone.
But going from off speed to a heater like that.
Swung on line to right center field, and he gets it down. He's 2 for 2 now. And he scores.
Well, the starting pitching in this game has been absolutely outstanding. So coming through right there in the clutch to bring that first run of the game across has to build confidence for the rest of his team.
One away. Here's Melky Cabrera. Now this offense, Steve, it's on the move, and now he makes contact, line drive, and he cannot come up with it, but he stays with it, gets the out. That's how you do it. Buster Posey now, he's got 2 out and 2 on, and he starts him out. That one is fouled by Posey. 0-1 offering from Capuano. Posey fouls it off again. Struck him out. He gets out of this with just a little hurt. First run of the game, 3rd inning. They'll try to build on that momentum. Leading it off is D. Gordon.
Well, spectacular performance from Cain today. There's no other way to say it, Gary.
Let's take a look at what he's doing on these first pitch to hitters.
Well, what does an 0-1 count do for you? Well, in this game, it does a lot. He's gotten 7 hitters out in this game when he's gone 0-1 in the count. So first pitch strikes me a lot.
1 away.
He's retired 10 in a row. The hitters are completely overmatched right now. He's got it all going on.
And it's Mark Ellis at the plate. Struck out swinging last time. 2 down here in the inning.
A nice play at 3rd. He comes up throwing quick release, just getting the run.
So a chance here from Matt Kemp with 2 down. Swing and a chopper to the second baseman. Hill. And he'll step on first to retire the side. Perfect through 4, and he is dealing.
Well, he's done everything you want.
It's going to be Sherholtz now. Here we go with a little breakdown on the types of pitches that he's throwing on the mound that are turning. He swings and drives this one. 1 down. And Pill's in the box. So far in this one, 1 for 1 off Capuano.
Well, he timed the changeup pretty well last time for a knock. And we'll see if he goes back to that or whether he tries to stay hard.
Has him out in front as he swings and misses strike 1.
Well, he has an outstanding changeup, Gary. That pitch that keeps the hitters off balance at the plate.
Missed badly with a fastball there, 1-1.
You know, what also makes this changeup effective is not just the change in velocity, Gary, but it's the movement, the sinking action he gets on the ball.
Ground ball to short, picked by Gordon. Throw to first gets him in there at 2 down. And Burris batting. Look at the matchup numbers. He's hit .340 against the Dodgers.
And you know, Gary, a lot of times you just see the other team's jersey and you know you have the confidence that you can hit against them.
And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. 3 up, 3. And here's Andre Ethier leading it off. 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch. That one's wide as Cain misses.
You know, I know we're not supposed to say anything about no-hitters, so I would never say anything about that, Gary. But
don't worry.
You know, I don't think they have any hits here, and we're, moving through the middle part of the ballgame.
1-0 delivery is a fastball in there, 1-1. Here it comes. And that one is hit well. Pagan's there. Play is made.
Well, it's now a Baker's dozen. 13 in a row he set down. Absolutely lights out. What a performance.
One away, Bobby Abreu in.
This is his 17th year in the big leagues now, and Bobby Abreu continues to be a factor for teams. It's not the 30-30 threat he once was, but you don't want to take him lightly.
2 away.
Oh, it's a nice play right there. Great effort by the second baseman to get over, make the play, and a nice accurate throw to first.
And James Loney up. Loney, foul ball. And with that strike, Matt Cain gets it where he wants it, 0-2. Now, a moment here to look at the quality strikes this pitcher's been throwing here today. Boy, he has thrown a ton of them. Quality pitches, quality strikes. That's the kind of performance we're seeing.
Yeah, and I've been impressed with how he's used the inner and outer parts of the strike zone. Very effective in getting a lot of strikes on these hitters.
You know, it's been difficult for the hitters to center him because he hasn't thrown the ball over the middle portion of the plate, keeping it on the corners.
And in the batter's box, it's Arias. He'll get things started. Home half, fifth inning. Swings and misses. The good change right there. 0-1. Looked good in his first at bat. Came away with a single off Capuano.
You know, he's got to be telling himself right now, if I go to the four-seam fastball, I've got to locate it better than the last time when he got a hit against me.
Hit on the ground towards second. And Ellis picks it up. And that'll retire Arias.
Well, Gary, you know, he's settling into a groove right here. And that's 6 in a row that he's set down.
It's going to be Cain now. Sacrificed his last time around. Swings and misses the slider. 0-1. Steve, how about the pitching performance so far today?
They're just pounding it straight down into the ground today, keeping them out in front and off balance, and they just can't seem to lift it.
Take something off that time. In control with the count now. 0-2. Slider swung on and missed. 2 down.
The pitch is too close to take, but you've got to try to make contact with it. Swings right through it. Strike 3.
Chance here for Angel Pagan with a couple away. He's gone 0 for 4 lifetime against Capuano. This one towards Ethier. And that will retire the side. Caught by Kemp. No scoring here, ending this half. And in the batter's box, it's Uribe. He's ready to start out here in the 6th inning. First pitch on the way. Fouled away. Cain gets set and delivers. And it's a called strike to Uribe.
But Gary, as we move to the middle part of this ball game right now, they just cannot mount any offense at all. No hits. And I'll tell you what, this pitcher is just shutting them down.
Got him. 1 away.
You know what I like about this is on 0-2, he didn't mess around. He didn't try to nibble to get him chase off the plate. He goes right at him and just gets the strikeout.
It's going to be Ellis now. Took a called third strike in his last time up. And Cain has him 0-1. Gets there with that one, a called strike. Well, it's truly been a tremendous day on the mound for this man. Here's a breakdown of how he's been mixing up his locations, using that to his advantage.
His command and control have been solid. Not perfect, but the great pitching coaches will all agree that when you can mix locations along with pitch types, that you have the greatest chance of success each time out on the mound.
Hey, John, you know this is a game of adjustments, and the hitters have not been able to adjust to the location and the rhythm of his pitching.
And he fouls off another one.
Well, that's a pitcher's strikeout pitch right there. You get ahead in the count 1 and 2. You throw that pitch up in the zone. You're hoping he swings through it or he pops it up. He got just enough of the bat on it to put it foul. And now we're going to see how this battle continues.
Gary, he delivers a changeup on this one.
Boy, it looks like he froze him on the outside corner.
He sure did. As a hitter, you've got to recognize a pitcher's tendencies up there. I think the pitcher had him guessing up there the whole at bat.
Capuano at the plate. Struck out swinging his last time up. And with that strike, Matt Cain gets it where he wants it, 0-2. And that's the inning. Wow, he ends it with a strikeout, and he is perfect through 6.
And that's the way you want to end the inning. Send your offense in there with some momentum.
And in the batter's box, it's Gillespie. And here's a quick summary of how this guy's mixing up his pitches. How's he doing?
Well,
swing and a rocket towards short. In time for the out.
He's got everything working for him right now. Every pitch he's throwing for a strike. and that's 9 in a row that he set down.
One away. Here's Melky Cabrera. Swing, contact, Kemp. 2 away.
That's about as easy as it gets. He could have caught that one in his back pocket.
And with 2 down, it'll be Buster Posey. 0 for 2 thus far. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. Swings at that fastball and misses. 0-1.
Well, it's tough to tell a hitter to stay back on a fastball, but this is what he needs to do. He's jumping out trying to get to it and is just way out in front.
0-1 pitch is a change. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Hit in the air to center field. And he's there to retire the side. And nothing across here in this half of the inning. And the Dodgers, their turn coming up. It'll be. And if you're just joining in, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Crunk bringing you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And in the batter's box, it's Gordon. He'll lead off the 7th inning. Good pitch from Cain. Swung on and missed.
Well, I don't know about you, Gary, but when I look up at the board under that H column, the hits column, I see a big goose egg there. So clearly, we're getting into exciting territory right now.
And it goes foul. Tries to ring him up with the fastball away, but it's 1-2. Here's the delivery. Strike 3. Got him. Wow. 1 away. 7th inning. His chances keep growing.
Well, they have chances. They've still got some chances to try to win this game and break up this perfect game.
And it's Mark Ellis in the box now. Grounded out his last time through. Here's a swing and a ground ball. And he steps on first. That's the 2nd out.
Well, he has great stuff. There's no question about that. And every time he takes them out, he's got a shot at something like this special happening. This may be the day that it comes to fruition.
And Matt Kemp up. 0 for 2 thus far. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike.
A lot of times when you try to overswing, a lot of times it slows your bat down. That's what happened here. That's why that 2-seamer got by him.
Struck him out to retire the side, and now through 7 innings, he has not allowed a hit.
Well, you keep wondering if sooner or later he's going to run out of gas, but clearly that was a nasty pitch right there. He still has a lot left in the tank.
It's going to be Scherholtz now. How's he using the strike zone to his advantage? Here's a quick look at how he sends this one in the air towards center. That's 1 away.
Well, these hitters are just lost up there right now. I mean, they have to think about changing their approach. I mean, 12 hitters in a row retired. At some point, you lay down a bunt or you try to go the other way. You got to try something.
Ground ball towards second, and Ellis picks it up. On to first, 2 away.
Well, it's now a baker's dozen. 13 in a row he set down. Absolutely lights out. What a performance.
And Burris batting. Grounded out last time. Drops down a bunt. Picked up by Ellis. High throw. He is safe at first. And in the batter's box, it's Arias. 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
Well, you've got the lead right now with speed on first base. You have to get
on the ground to short. And Gordon is there. Throws to first. Side is retired. Done it again. Capuano, another big solid inning on the mound. And here's Andre Ethier leading it off. Flew out last time. And here's the first one. It's taken for a ball. Bottom dropped out on Cain's pitch.
No runs, no hits. Deep into this ball game, Gary. And obviously he is pitching a gem of a game.
And that one is hit well. Pagan's there. And that's number 1.
Now, Gary, I'm starting to like his chances here right now. He's got great rhythm out there. Seems like he gets it out, gets right back out there, and wants to start attacking this lineup. He looks good.
1 away, Bobby Abreu in. Ground out victim last time through. Liner towards the hole. 2 retired here.
Listen, whether or not he finishes this thing out, it's been an extraordinary pitching performance and something for him to be proud of. I know he wants to get there, but either way, what an effort.
And James Loney up. 0 for 2 thus far. And that one's too high, taken for a ball as Cain tries upstairs.
Well, you watch how the hitter reacted to that. He had thoughts about chasing that pitch, but at the last second decided to lay off of it.
1-1 pitch. Up the middle. Arias throws on to first in time to retire the side.
Well, he's gone.
It's going to be Cain now. Now let's take a moment here. Let's look at the pitches that this pitcher has thrown outside the strike zone. This one's grounded to second, and Ellis gets to it. And that's in plenty of time for the out. So with one down, it'll be Angel Pagan. Last time up, flew out. Now the first pitch. It's hit foul by Pagan. Good cut fastball that time. He's in control with the count at 0-2.
Boy, that good late movement down, that cut fastball, unbelievable action on that pitch.
That one swung on its line. And that'll put Pagan on first. Boy, I don't know on that count, Steve. Number one, the fact that he swung's kind of a surprise. I don't know how he hit that where it was.
You're right. On an 0-2 count, you have to protect the plate. Sometimes it's a defensive swing, but sometimes it works out.
And in the batter's box, it's Gillespie. 2 for 3 thus far. To right center. This one towards Ethier. Now it's 2 down. Here we go. Here's Melky Cabrera. These at-bats, how's he starting them? Let's take a look.
Well, when he doesn't do well on the first pitch, he doesn't do well. He's given up 3 hits in this game when he has not gotten the first pitch strike over the plate.
Pagan's at first. Capuano with a delivery. Cabrera will foul that one away. Ground ball. Good defensive work. Uribe. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. Well, that was a quick inning right there. 7 pitches. Giant. It's Juan Uribe to lead it off. Struck out swinging last time. And starts him out here. That one's wide as Cain misses.
Gary, in the 9th inning, has not given up a hit in this one, so we may be looking at some history for him personally and for his club.
1-0 on the way. And Juan Uribe with a big cut and a miss on that one. That strike's going to even the count. A couple of times to the plate, no hits against Cain.
Well, he swung right over the slider the last time up, and you better...
Swinging a high chopper towards the hole. Burris.
Get out of there.
1 away. And there are 2 to go for perfection.
He's got to be feeling the excitement and the nervousness right now, and so are the fielders behind him. Pressure on everybody out there. Well, you have to figure coming in off the bench a little bit, you want to see a pitch or 2, but when you get it, you got to be aggressive. See if you can do something to get on base and get a rally started.
Good pitch from Cain. Swung on and missed.
You know, with an 0-1 count, we usually see him go with the heater. Sometimes he goes against grain, but I think you have to go with the trend.
Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch. 1-1. Pitch on the way. Can't make contact on that fastball. 1-2.
Gary, if I'm the pitcher in this situation, I'm going with slider. He struggles with it, and it's one of my better out pitches.
Struck him out. We are that close. He is 1 out away from perfection.
And Gary, you can feel the energy in this crowd. It just doesn't matter who you're cheering for. Everybody knows they're witnessing baseball history being made. Well, now hitting for the pitcher in this situation, he just has to try to get on base and see if he can't get something going offensively.
Misses high and outside. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball just misses, and he falls behind 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. And here's a fastball for a called strike. 2-1.
The location and velocity are critical in throwing the fastball. He runs his good fastball up and away right here, and it's a take pitch.
Taps this one foul to the right. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and there it is, a perfect game.
And Gary, there's not a better way to top off perfection than striking the last guy out. An absolutely phenomenal pitching performance today, and I'm sure he's going to remember this for the rest of his life. Well, they treated their hometown crowd to a phenomenal pitching performance in this one. A big win on the shoulders of their pitchers.
And now let's take a look at one player clearly instrumental in this contest. He's our player of the game. It was a great performance today, mound-wise, by Matt Cain.
Well, you know, they don't call it a perfect game for nothing. This is something that this young man will remember for the rest of his life. And everyone who's here has to have a feeling that they just witnessed some sort of history. And I know, never playing in one in my career, a perfect game, I'm thankful I got to see this one.
And we witnessed a pitcher who has put himself in the record book, an incredible, perfect game.
I mean, you see history made here with this kind of performance from this guy, an outstanding effort, and they get the win as a team as well to move forward.
And we hope you've enjoyed today's 2K Sports broadcast of Major League Baseball. For Steve, John, and our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. We will see you soon.